Lawyers is scumbags, man. When they hear Tina Turner, they go, wow. They get all kinds of big ideas. When we went down to court to talk to the lawyer, Tina said she didn't want anything but the divorce. Well, the movie got that right. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com for these Priscilla frames. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about, child, let me say the whole book name this time. The Confessions of Ike Turner. Taking back my name. Ike Turner. She called me at the studio one day. I said, hey, I don't know why you calling me on this damn phone. If I wanted to find you, I could find you. You don't think I can? She said, I know you can. I said, you bullshitting me. Yesing me now. I'll show you. I picked up the phone after I talked to her and called a detective agency and told them I wanted them to find her. They told me to send $250. I sent that down by Robbie Montgomery, one of the Ikettes. Huh? I think I read somewhere that Miss Roby was working with the Ike. Why you working with him, Miss Roby? The shenanigans? Girl, let me find out you got the bullshit with you. And everybody loves Sweetie Pies, Miss Robbie. Even the Oprah. Come on, Miss Robbie, that's kind of dirty to me. While Roby was right there with the $250, one of this company's agents was at a market and saw Tina. She had her wig off, but the guy recognized her. He called in and said, hey, I got the suspect right now. He followed her to where she was staying. The agents came by and took me up there to show me where she was. So next time Tina called, I said, I know where you are. You're at the Shorter's house. 3 weeks after we split up, Tina and I met for a meal at Chip's restaurant in LA. We sat and we talked and we had fun and whatever, and then I took her home. I don't know what I said to her that night. I know it was the first serious conversation we had after we broke up. But I remember that Tina said that after 8 or 9 years, we might get back together again. I don't think Ike's lying. I think she just needed a break from him. And I think she believes that he needed to grow up some. Get all this hoeing out your system. Get this drugging out your system. So that maybe in this absence or our time apart, you will understand how important I am to you. Because right now, Ike doesn't get it. But then Ike Jr. cut his finger and I could not find my Blue Cross card. I called Tina to get her card, but she was going to a baby shower and did not call me back. She said later that she wanted to have some fun before she called. This got me mad. She don't care about the kids. I took my 38 and went looking for her up at Laurel Canyon. I spent all night looking for her till I got real hungry, sick to my stomach. God was with me that night, boy. Anywhere I'd see that bitch, bang, bang, bang. You need some anger management because you're going to kill somebody over the Blue Cross Blue Shield card. Are you crazy, Ike? Hold on, Ike. What I will always say about people that play games, you're going to play so many games that you're going to play yourself. Now, because Ikety Ikety has played all those games, I probably wouldn't take it for serious either. He trying to get in between me and my fun. Because he play games like that. Oh, okay, you playing games. Okay, I don't believe you. You mean to tell me you can't find a Blue Cross Blue Shield card? Get out my face. Get out my face. This is just a game. This is when I was done with the texting. I mean, done. Flat done. Because like I said, once you lose respect for a person, it's over, especially with a Libra. We will love you through all kinds of things. We will wipe your shitty ass. We will do all kinds of things for you. But once we lose that respect, I lost respect for the Texan because I found out that he was lying to get the girls. If you can tell the truth and get the girls, I will respect that because I thought he was a truthful person in his holiness. But in reality, some of them girls he had lied to. Tell them that he was in a relationship with them. It was crazy. When I was done, and I had moved on, he had called me one day and told me that he wanted me to go to the hospital with him because he was dying. And something in my spirit was like, you dying? And he could have been. But I didn't go. And that's only because I'm like, wait a minute. You dying now? So he could have been dying. He ain't dead. But just at that point, I'm like, is this a game? Or is this so that he can get me back in the pocket? I couldn't do it. And I'm not a devious person or a bad person. It's just, in my mind, I'm like, get one of them hoes to do it. They'll sit with you. Get the bitch Keisha that you couldn't stay away from. Call her. Later on, Tina was going to take Ike Jr. on the road with her. I went out to the airport. A bodyguard got out of her car. He was just a big kid. He didn't know nothing about fighting. Didn't know nothing about nothing. I guess he thought because he was big, that would scare people. It had no bearing on me at all. I could believe it. I took the keys to Tina's car from him and went down into the airport and onto the airplane. Just walked on past the guards. And let me pause right there. I'm talking a lot. My bad. I believe it because don't nobody want to deal with that nigga and his smoke. What they call him, pistol packing Ike? Don't nobody want to deal with him and his shenanigans. Just walked on past the guards and everything to see if Ike Jr. was on there. But he wasn't on there. So I left and went home. There wasn't no conflict or nothing. I had 6 black belt karate guys with me. Oh, okay. Girl, I went back and gave the keys to her bodyguard and said, why don't you go back to school? I don't want to see you no more, not even in hell. But the movie confrontation at her comeback concert, where I'm supposed to have threatened her with a gun, that never happened. I never went there. Tina left. I didn't have but $80,000 in the bank, enough to pay 1 month's bills. That was all the money I had in the world. I got scared. I panicked. I thought, how are we going to pay all these bills when we're not working? I didn't think if we're not working, I won't have all them bills because I wouldn't have 26 people flying every weekend. There won't be that for me to pay. A lot of things weren't going to be there for me to pay if Tina and me weren't together. So at this point, he breaks down all the different ways he's receiving revenue in Tina's absence. He had some oil wells somewhere that all of a sudden started paying. He had some apartment buildings. He was receiving money from there. So he was living good, enjoying his life. And remember, because he doesn't have the review anymore, he doesn't have to pay the bills for the review. So he can still live in a single space, with him and his bitches, alone, lovely. Although Ike and Tina were never legally married, Ike says they got divorced to divide the community assets. So that answers a lot. Because I'm like, wait a minute, if they not married, why the hell are y'all in court for? Lawyers is scumbags, man. When they hear Tina Turner, they go, wow. They get all kinds of big ideas. When we went down to court to talk to the lawyer, Tina said she didn't want anything but the divorce. Well, the movie got that right. She didn't want none of the property. She didn't want nothing. She wanted to keep the name. She didn't want no royalties. She didn't want no nothing. I could have everything. And this is what the court did. Meantime, Tina and me met in the hallway of the courthouse. We were just sitting down side by side talking. Tina's lawyer come up and takes her by the hand and sits her across from me on the other side of the hall. He didn't want me talking to her. I guess he was scared she'd change her mind about the split. The split between Ike and Tina Turner, both personally and professionally, was now irrevocable. Suddenly, Ike was alone. Here I am with a car with no motor. How am I going to get where I'm going? Push it. Before Tina and I broke up, I had 25 people around me every day telling me they loved me. Oh, Ike, I love you. I love you. I love you. All that's bullshit. To them bastards, it ain't nothing but a word. Man, they don't mean shiz. They say how great you are, a superstar, but do you have any money to lend? Yeah, but when you're all alone, where do all the freaks and fans and people go? I don't know. That's one of my favorite songs by the Temptations, to have Dennis Edwards and David Ruffin singing together. When you're on the top, and Eddie Kendricks. Then I found myself alone for the first time in 30 years? None of the I love you assholes were there then. None of them. When they thought I had no money, they was all gone. See? But for real, he had money. And that was probably the best blessing, because all they got to do is spend his money on him, his hoes, and the bookity shook. There I was in this big $2.5 million studio by myself, because they thought I didn't have no money. There was nobody there but me. I started crying, man. Out of all the women I have gone with, Tina was more of a mother to me. I ain't never felt like she was no woman of mine. She don't appeal to me as no woman of mine. Never. But I felt protected. If I got sick, couldn't work no more to support my family, I felt as comfortable with Tina as if I was with my mother. I never expressed this to Tina, but that's the way I felt. I felt secure. And it's not the singing either. The singing don't have nothing to do with it. She do it. Even scrubbing floors, it was her loyalty. And that is the reason why Scorpios put you through so much unnecessary bullshit. From the beginning, if I told Tina to shoot a man, she wouldn't think twice. She would pull the trigger. We had that kind of relationship. We was one person. I didn't give a shiz about shit. If I wanted to get out there on the street with 2 guns and start shooting, I didn't give a F about the police. If I'm set up with booger sugar, I don't care if the police come here and take me to jail. You don't give a shiz about nothing when your mother's got her arms wrapped around you. Now, I wasn't thinking Tina was my mama. It is today I am thinking about that. At that time, I was not even aware of what made me what I was. But I never felt that security with any other of my women. Ike had not been totally deserted. And Thomas stuck by him.